In 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
They fiddled with the band. Her eyes were dark and dangerous. Her legs were contraband. She came strolling through my blues with a pocket full of clues, wearing nothing but a raincoat and those high-heel shoes, flying in the face of condemnation. For everything I thought I had to do is my holy man a tool. It's his flock, a bunch of fools. Well, that's the terror of the situation. The situation, Lord, Lord. She climbed into my pickup and put her feet up on the dash. That raincoat fell open and I stepped down on the gas. And I thought about my wife and kids, and I thought about my home. And I passed the last U-turn sign, and I just kept going, flying in the face of condemnation. For everything I thought I had to do is my holy man and tool. Is his flock a bunch of fools? Well, that's the terror of the situation. The situation, Lord, Lord. Well, we drove away. Oh, she loved me like I never thought I would ever be. Oh, my days, yeah. Our fates are tied together. With her, I'm gonna stay. 8, 5, 6, 7, 8. Tracked me down in some abandoned hotel room, cooking meth with Anastasia in the smell of stale perfume. They were older then and begged me, Daddy, please come home to stay. If that could be, I'd have never left. I sent them on their way, flying in the face of condemnation. With everything I thought I had to do, yeah, is my holy man a tool, or is his flock a bunch of fools? Well, that's the terror, baby, of the situation. The situation. Look out. Hey!
Bring us up. We're on air. We're on air all across the board. All right, I don't know. I don't know what's going on. Can you guys even hear anything we're saying?
Should I call him up?
They hear us now. So you guys didn't hear any of the whole intro of the show, huh? You can hear us now? Welcome back. God damn, I can't believe we did that whole spiel in the whole beginning and nobody heard anything.
Oh my gosh.
We hear you now. Hey, we didn't even do anything different. All I did was reset the system. Oh my God.
Well, that's not a way to start the show.
You guys could hear the music though, right? That's the bonus of it.
Tactical nuke incoming!
We talked about a lot of stuff.
Yeah, we're probably gonna redo it. What do you guys think? It's and I have Matt Guka right there. Matt, just hang out for us with a second. So you didn't hear any of the beginning of the show at all.
No, we didn't hear anything of the show. I tried texting you a couple of times, Jim, and called you twice.
We didn't hear it.
Thank you.
We
So
had the
Yeah.
music up so loud, and we kept
The
looking.
music was fantastic.
Oh, well, that's great. All right, so welcome to a sinister episode of Outlaw Radio. We have a good one for you tonight. The Paranormal Chef is back. Obviously, you could see him right here. We're talking Mr. Crowley, not just Ozzy Osbourne. We're going to dive deep into it. We had our warnings. The Satanic Bible is actually very tame. It's not what you think, but it does have some interesting parts. Jim has the Shenane. What do you have for us, Jim?
Big Chuck, Little John.
Yes.
L apostrophe.
What do you guys think of this right here?
Hell yeah.
Okay, so tonight's show, we have music by The Rising Fall, Voodoo Death Gun, PCD 555 from France, Avoid Dead from Spokane, Washington, the Gene Reed Band, who you just heard, the Joe Davis Band kicked us off, My Cleveland Project, which Dave plays in both bands, Joe Davis Band and the My Cleveland Project.
Pretty cool.
He plays drums in both those bands. Okay. Also on the show, we have Duane Albert's Devil's Rodeo, Stadler. Mr. Moonlight has a new song.
Quit on You is the name of the song.
It's very good. I enjoy it.
It was going to be originally Cheat on You, but I thought, nah, none of this cheating stuff, because I dig the person in the song.
Yeah. You still dig him?
Her.
Dig her?
I dig her, yeah.
I meant to say her.
A pretend
Okay.
person
A pretend
in my
girl.
dreams.
A dream girl, if you will.
Never gonna quit on you. Kind of goes like that.
Yeah, cool. So also on the show, we have an interview with My Cleveland Project. We're interviewing Duane Albert from Devil's Rodeo. And we had our 500th person join the show, which is Paul Simpson.
That is incredible. 500 people already?
500 on the group page.
We're going to be big time someday.
And by the way, I don't know if you guys have heard it or not, but Monday nights at 6 o'clock is the Mr. Moonlight hour.
Yes.
It's actually 2 hours now.
And
Uninterrupted music, rock and roll.
Awesome.
Yeah. So that's on Mondays on Rockstar Radio on Live 365. And Jim has become a regular radio personality, if you will.
a little bit of one, maybe. It's coming along.
Yeah. So we have a lot of stuff going on, Jim. Since we do have Matt here, let's do the Paranormal Chef.
Okay.
Okay.
Right.
Matt, what I'm going to do first is I want to knock out the Satanic Bible thing, okay?
Go for it.
And
I was told not to touch it by several people, not only Monica, but my niece and several of my friends that deal with it. So
They told you what now?
not even to dive into the Satanic Bible.
Oh.
yeah, so I did it.
So you're not allowed to talk about it? How do you
Nobody wants
how do
to
you
talk
spread
about it,
the
Jim.
word? Is it it's a secret society kind of thing maybe?
Yes, it is. Very much so.
All right, so
We did not know that.
I will martyr myself and I'll do it. Okay. Anyway, so it was a different type of week looking up the Satanic Bible stuff. It wasn't something I wanted to do where anybody could see me doing it on the computer because it was so freaking crazy, right, Matt?
But you got to go on the black web.
Yeah, you have to go on the black web and look this stuff up. So I did that, and it kind of opens you up to a lot of things. You know, a lot of strange people are watching you. So,
Yeah.
All right, so here we go. I had my warnings, but fuck them, I'm going to do it anyway. The Satanic Bible was written by Anton LaVey. He is the author of the Satanic Bible. He's a high priest and founder of the Church of Satan. The Satanic Bible explores Satanism, individualism, and self-empowerment. It also includes rituals, essays, and observations. Is somebody's phone on? Also, LaVey was an American author, a musician, and a Satanist. LaVeyan, Satanism encourages a form of manipulation, role play, and he also developed this thing called the synthesizer clock. Okay, it's to divide humans into groups based on body shape and personality traits. Okay, LaVey also wrote the Satanic Rituals, the Satanic Witch, and the Devil's Notebook in Satan Speaks. LaVey released 3 albums, including the Satanic Mass, Satan Takes a Holiday, and Strange Music, which all music is, his music anyway, is total crap. It was really. Have you heard any of his music, Matt?
No,
Did
I
you
was
listen to
going to
it?
listen to it, but some other people told me not to listen to it too.
Not to
So
listen to it. It's probably
yeah,
like all backwards and satanic messages. That's what I was thinking, like conjuring the devil.
They don't even want you to listen to the music?
No, they
no,
don't even want us talking about them.
it's all coming from white witches and wickets,
Yeah.
and that's where it's coming from. So
Yeah, they don't want us talking about it.
We might have to be moving pretty soon.
Yeah, I'll take the blame. Okay, so the Satanic Bible is based on individual and self-empowerment, which in some ways can be good, but the evil in them spoil everything. Okay, so any type of good that's in the Satanic Bible is all ruined by how evil they are. The Satanic Bible is filled with narcissistic beliefs. It's a symbol of rebellion, freedom, and self-indulgence. Kind of reminds me of the Summer of Love or our society today.
yeah,
The woke bullshit and all the craziness, like hedonism, all the loose sex going on, right?
right,
Rebellion. It sounds like rock and roll.
yep,
That's what I got from the Satanic Bible. As I read through it more and more, I just kept hearing rock and roll the whole time.
mm-hmm.
So the rituals in the Satanic Bible include sex rituals, destruction, and interestingly enough, compassion rituals, which I thought was really odd. There's 4 parts of the Satanic Bible: the Book of Satan, the Book of Lucifer, the Book of Belial, and the Book of Leviathan, which I didn't look at any of those. I didn't read through any of it. Okay. They reject tyrannical authority, which is what the Democratic Party does, right? Which I thought was odd. And then they advocate for practical common sense, like the Republican Party does. And I found that interesting because I found a lot of metaphors in the Satanic Bible that had to do with political rebellion as well, like kind of like what Antifa stands for. I saw that in a lot of the writing in the Bible. Okay. Satanic Bible. And I found that interesting. What do you think?
I didn't know any of this, so
No.
I'm just a student.
Yeah, so I had one person in particular write to me. I'm not going to say who it was. They were concerned about not showing God's love for all of mankind and how we are all a part of God. And that's what I was told about being in the light. And Matt knows what I'm talking about.
Yep,
The Satanic Bible is no Bible like the Christian's Bible, how there's the book of Genesis, the beginning. They don't even really talk about Satan as being cast out or any of that stuff, which I find interesting. It's an observation in essays and rituals, and then I'll say this, for LaVey's fucked up ideology, because he is crazy. I read Crowley. I'll let you talk about Crowley, but he is crazy.
yeah,
Right?
both of them are crazy.
All right, so let's get into it. Let's talk about Crowley. Go for it, Matt.
Okay, Crowley grew up in a very strict Christian belief system. His father was basically kind of like a Ernest Angley or Crystal Towers type person back in the 1800s. His father basically disowned his father's business, even though he inherited his father's business, which was a distillery. Well, come see, come saw, Crowley gets born and he becomes a complete rebel at every level. He uh, denies Christianity. He's basically a bully in school. He's also bullied in school because he constantly read about different kinds of religions and stuff and hid away. Well, there was one summer that his uncle came and got him and basically taught him the ways of uh, I don't want to say evil, but basically he would take him to a pub and buy him drinks. He would buy him prostitutes. He would dabble in other things like beating up people, and then he would come. Then he would come home to his mother, and his mother called him the Beast because she thought
Was parental abuse, don't you? The way
yes,
his
very
mom
much
was to
so,
him.
very much so. His father would basically verbally abuse him more so than physically, and put him down. And then his mother would do the same thing. Um, then he got to college, and he said he was finally free. So he started a homosexual relationship with a with the head of the drama club, which he would go out. The head of the drama club would go out as a woman and pick up guys beforehand. Uh,
Like he was an early day trainee.
yes,
Trainee, I should say.
yeah. He would then he basically quit college and he would travel somewhat. He joined a cult or a private society called the Golden Horn, which was the members were like Bram Stoker, several of the uh, members of Parliament at the time, uh, Arthur Conan Doyle, and he was also at the time they thought he was a spy for the government that was infiltrating the group, and he learned all about the secret society. And at one point, he started doing higher end stuff in the society that he wasn't allowed. So they kicked him out,
Well,
and
he got involved in like group orgies and
group
all kinds of
orgies.
crazy
This
sexual ritualistic stuff
yes,
in
he,
college.
in college, yeah, but he joined and basically he called it sex magic. So so he traveled the world. Uh, he met a girl named Rose. They went to Egypt and they found a particular picture with the names of 666 on it,
That's your phone.
and they he started. I don't know if it was from the drugs or something that he.
Hey Matt,
Yeah,
I gotta stop you for 1 second.
go for it.
So we had the warnings about the show, right?
Yeah,
So the show starts out we had everything's turned on our end.
Yeah.
Right? There's no reason that we had no sound whatsoever. And when I reset everything came right back to the way it was before. Jim's phone has turned itself on.
Weird happenings right now.
We're having some weird paranormal stuff going on in Jim's house right now. I just wanted to stop and tell you that's why you hear us talking back and forth. Because
should we continue or not?
Let's continue. This is very intriguing. I'm excited.
Yes.
About this.
Hold on 1 minute.
That's for
Hold on
you,
1 minute.
Mr. Crowley. Mr. Crowley, you have haunted Jim's house. What do you think about that, Jim?
Yeah, he was very sexually active with anybody. He was not only a bisexual, but what do they call him? A pansexual? Anything he would see, he would do.
Even animals.
Even animals. That's part of
It was man, beast, and child.
Right. That's part of the
everything.
That's part of his in later life when he bought the house in Italy, called it the House of Thelem, which is his book what they call the Book of Laws or the Book of Thelem, which came from Horus, supposedly, when he was in Egypt. So he
Horus, like this one?
Horus, the god Horus.
Yeah, that's it. Oh.
That's him.
Yeah, I have it tattooed on me.
Oh, Horus?
That's crazy, yeah.
Yeah. He was he had a guide that would be an intermedium between him and Horus, and literally the picture looks like a gray alien. So he may have been in contact with aliens too.
Well, yeah, I do. I listened to a documentary about him. I turned it off probably halfway through. I couldn't take it anymore because he's just so. In my synopsis, I will last like 3 seconds about him.
Yeah,
but, he was out there.
He was very out there. He got addicted to drugs. He was having sex with everybody. He had he bought a house on the banks of Loch Ness.
Man,
he wanted to cast a spell to open up a portal to bring malevolent beings into the world. It did happen.
He wanted demon whores.
Yeah,
that's true. It says he was trying to bring forth succubus and demon whores, so he could integrate them into his weird sex
stuff.
Whatever.
I did not know this.
Yeah, it was.
And Jimmy Page bought the house later on, and he had to
house.
Yeah, it's his house. He had to abandon it because of all the stuff that was going on in it. A lot of noises, a lot of black shadows.
3 knocks.
Yeah.
On the walls.
He left it. It's still standing there, but he left it.
Not only did he buy the house, he bought everything that was in the house as well.
I did not know that. I just heard he bought the house.
All the fixtures and all that stuff that was laying around, he got all that stuff. Hey, you mentioned something about him contacting the dead. Yeah, he said he could contact the dead. And this is the one thing I want to point out. What year did he die? 47 or 49 or something
47.
Like that? 47. So think back, man, all those years prior, the 1900s that he went through.
Yeah.
I mean, and that's before the technology we have today. He probably committed some horrible atrocities.
He did. The house in Italy, that's all there was bloodletting, drinking cats and goats' blood, sex with animals. His favorite thing was anal sex. So anything anally, he would do. So
yeah, he was very disturbed.
He had a heroin addiction,
Yeah.
a cocaine addiction.
Well,
There
everything
was
was on the table. He did
yeah.
everything.
He did have LSD
Yeah. Everything you could think that would be rebellious or against authority, he was all
and
about it. Yeah.
a
Everything.
lot of people followed him underground for a long time.
They still
And
do.
they still do. Yeah, the cover of Sergeant Pepper's has a picture of him on it.
Yeah.
John Lennon was a big follower of his. Uh, like I said,
The
Jimmy
Doors.
Page,
Yeah. Jim
Zeppelin.
Morrison.
They said
How
uh,
about Ozzy?
Ozzy was a big follower. They said
you know
Iron
he was.
Maiden. Who else? Sid Barrett from Pink Floyd.
Well, a lot of musicians follow Crowley
Yeah,
and LaVey. And like I said
Yeah.
about the Satanic Bible, it just spews rock and roll. Everything that rock and roll stands
everything
for.
rock and roll is that. They think even Elvis followed him a little bit.
Yeah. That's pretty cool.
Yeah,
Did you ever follow him?
No.
me no.
Mm.
No.
Oh, Jim, no.
No.
No, I go to the light.
Yeah,
I am pagan, but more like on the Christian side of things, but I don't do like I mean, I'll be honest with you, my grandmother was kind of witchy like. We did the hex and she did the thing with the eggs and the oil and it was Italian folk witchcraft, but it was
Yeah.
more pagan like. But we
It's-
went to Catholic school, We went to all that stuff. But no, I would never fuck with that shit.
no,
Ever.
me neither. Nope.
No. I like earlier tonight, Jim, how we had the weird electronic stuff going on. And I want to tell you guys out there, we didn't do anything different. We set up like we normally do. Everything was on. And there's no reason why we didn't have any audio.
Baffling. I don't get it.
It's
Yeah.
baffling.
Hopefully, it won't happen again.
Crazy. Maybe we won't talk Crowley anymore.
Yeah, maybe that's it.
Unfortunately, in a couple of weeks, we'll be talking about Anton LaVey again.
Okay,
So I expect us to have problems again. I don't
exactly.
I've had weird situations, Jim, where I've had demonic things happen in certain situations. It's always been involved with electronics, though.
I get
Luckily,
after I get done here, I'm gonna have to go get my sage from my spices and start saging the apartment.
Yeah, probably. So, continue on. Let's do the rest of the stories that you.
Yeah,
got for us.
so he had gonorrhea, he had syphilis, he was a little out of his mind. He thought he was king of kings. He had an ego to as long as the day is long. He like I said, he slept with anybody and everybody. He convinced up to his death people to sleep with him. Even his second wife left him alone. So it was just he was just a bloody mess. He had followers throughout the world, orgies all the time. Most of it's called sex magic. Before his second wife, he had another homosexual relationship with some guy. I lost his name, but when he left him, it was a 6-day magic ritual that they went through. Basically, he was torturing the guy for 6 days in his in the villa of Thelma.
Sounds like Jeffrey Dahmer.
Yeah,
You ever think that maybe
he-
Dahmer was possessed by Crowley?
or at least
Could
knew
be.
about him.
could be, but I know he never killed anybody. That's the thing. He may have had followers that killed some people, but he never killed them. Kind of like Manson.
Yeah, interesting, right? Yeah, like a cult leader. Well, he
Right.
was a cult leader, and
Yes, he
people
was.
that follow him now, it's like a cult.
Right.
LaVey has the same thing. It's a cult still. They still follow his preaching about
Right.
satanic Bible and stuff. It's weird.
He was all over. He traveled the world. He studied the Quran. He studied Buddhism. He studied Hinduism, and he put all this stuff together into what he thought he wanted to say it was. You know,
Well,
it wasn't. It
I'll say
wasn't.
this, Matt. All right, go ahead. Sorry.
No, it wasn't the actual Quran. It wasn't the actual. He bent the words kind of with all this stuff
Well, yeah,
for his liking.
like a true Satanist, they even say, I read this before about Satan. Satan knows the Bible better than anybody.
Yeah.
Also, Aleister Crowley knows the Bible. Anton LaVey knows the Christian Bible because when they go to battle over your soul or trying to convert you to their side of things, they have rebuttal to everything that the Christian Bible says.
Exactly.
They know it back to back. You know that?
Aleister
No, I
Crowley
did not.
would literally win the fight over that stuff.
Yeah.
He would. He manipulated people so bad it was unbelievable. He
Yeah,
won.
and
He won.
That's what the Satanic Bible teaches you to
Yeah.
manipulate. That's crazy.
I'm
He
gonna
won
have-
every battle he taught over. If a Christian talked to him or if a Buddhist talked to him, he won the battle. You know.
Yeah, for sure. What were you gonna say, Jim?
I forget. I was listening to what Matt was saying.
Yeah,
Matt,
he was. He
how
was
did
just.
he die?
He
what was-
died of, believe it or not, natural causes. It was.
Wasn't syphilis?
It may have, syphilis may have caused it, but it was more of a lung and heart thing. Kind of pneumonia and a heart attack at the same time. But he got his second wife got him clean, as clean as he could be.
When did he die again?
1947.
So they had penicillin. So maybe he was treated with his sexually, disease.
Not
I'm
at
sure
not at that time, because once syphilis and gonorrhea get through your system, there's no way of treating, especially if it goes to the brain.
Oh.
He had to be like a walking chlamydia.
Yeah, he
Right.
was. He was a, and you could see what he looked like too. He was very beat up, very unhealthy, very. I
Well, I
mean,
thought
this
I
was
had
in
a
his
photo.
this was in his 40s and 50s too.
If he was having sexual relations with all these people and he had the disease, he spread the disease to these people, and
Yes,
that
he
could
didn't
have-
care.
That could have caused their death. So he might have some deaths
Yeah,
that we don't even know about, or he doesn't even know about. I don't know.
So, Matt, I'll say this. Here's my synopsis of Aleister Crowley. The dude is one fucked up weirdo, sex maniac, narcissistic, misogynist asshole.
exactly.
This guy was just the low of the low.
Right.
And the crazy thing about it, like many cult leaders, so many people followed him, believing him. Like what he said was like truth.
Exactly.
I
He,
don't know. I didn't get much from it.
I tried
don't know
not to
what
read.
say.
I had an opportunity to look at the Book of Law or the Book of Thallium, and I didn't look at it. So I just
you did
I
the
just
same
read up
thing I
on his
did.
life.
You did the exact same thing I did, because when it came to like reading the books of Satan and stuff, I was like, I think I'm gonna pass on that.
Yeah.
I don't think I really want to go down that road.
No, especially during this time in right now that I'm trying to do other things, you know.
Yeah, I totally get that. All right, Matt. Well, I want to thank you so much for
You're
coming
welcome.
on to do the Paranormal Chef segment of Mr. Crowley. We're going to have you hang out on the show. Your
Okay.
volume will be on, so your audio will be on. So any noise you make over there while we're playing music, just so you know. But we're going to go into a new song. We have something very special. I would like Mr. Moonlight to introduce his new song for us.
Okay, I have somewhat of a beginning master that I was working on today. I've been working on this song for a couple of months, did a couple versions of it, and we're ready to give it a play here. It's called Quit on You. I was trying to write a country song, but obviously it did not work. I think I'm going to give up on trying to write country songs. But this is a pop song, no doubt about it. It might remind you of a band in the 60s a little bit.
Well, I'll say this right before we play it. If Matt J. Chase was singing Quit on You, it would sound country. You just don't sound country.
Yeah,
You're,
right.
You're
If
rock
he
and
sang
roll
it,
and pop.
yeah.
They can change it up. I'm sure Matt J. Chase
Quit
can
on
change it up.
you. I can't even do a country thing.
Yeah, quit on you. All right, so this is Jim Bellinger's Quit on You. Here we go, guys.
You might have to turn it on.
Oh, I already did.
She looks a little like everyone, but a lot like no one else. That's why I think she looking so good. She like always getting someone new. There's no chance I'm gonna quit on you. What you gonna look like today? This little girl with a changing face. Hey, have I seen you before? It's like always having someone new. There's no chance I'm gonna quit on you. There's no chance I'm gonna quit on you. Quit on you. Never gonna quit on you. Never gonna quit on you. What's that thing that spins around and changes? I need you spinning round, up and down. 'Cause you're a kaleidoscope girl. I hope you never ever let me down. She looks a little like everyone, but a lot like no one else. That's why I think she looking so good. You're like always getting someone new. There's no chance I'm gonna quit on you. There's no chance I'm gonna quit on you. Never 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 quit on you. Never gonna quit on you. Never gonna quit on you. Never gonna quit on you.
Hell yeah, that was Quit on You. Jim Bellinger in the house, baby. Brand new song. Isn't that great?
Hope you all liked it.
Yeah,
That
thank
was
you very
awesome,
much.
Jim.
Thank you. I have a bunch more that we're going to be putting out through this
That was
whole
really
year.
good.
Thank you.
Yeah, that was good. That was recorded by Jim Bellinger in his own house at Bassbird Studios.
And I played all the instruments so I could take all the blame or the glory.
Yes, that's right. Hey, I thought it was an excellent song. All the new stuff that you're putting out is really good right now.
I hope so. Thank
Good
you.
job, Jim.
I can't wait to play the next one for you guys.
Or what is next?
It's called there's a couple
You
songs
have a
that I could do actually, so I have to wait and see.
Marty said he loved the bridge.
Oh yeah, I think that's the killer part of the song.
And he also said, "Great backbeat, Jim."
Oh, thank you.
Jim played
Thanks.
the drums on that,
And the bass, I played everything
and the bass,
basically.
and
Yes.
did all the vocals. He did everything. I sat there and watched some of it. I got to view some of it, which was really cool to be part of that whole thing.
It's really, when you sit down at the studio and you start doing tracks, it's just all experimental. You do acoustic tracks, and then 2 hours later, then everything that you did is redone, and then you keep doing it over again. And so when you sit down and start recording, what you're doing for the first 2-3 hours isn't going to be a final track. So you're doing a lot of takes, and you get it good enough. Then you go, okay, I'm just going to move on. So then you get 2-3 guitar parts down, and then you listen to it and you go, okay, I know. And then you just start playing over the old tracks, and eventually you come up with something good, hopefully.
Very good. And we have a special guest joining the show. Can you hear me out there, Duane? I need you to unmute on your end. Can you hear that?
I'm unmuted.
All right, sweet. Excellent.
Can you?
Hello.
This
It's
is
been a
it?
while.
How you guys doing, man? I love what you're doing.
Oh, thank you.
Excellent, man. We love what you're doing, too. And I have a little introduction for you. So for our listening audience, this is Duane Albert of Devil's Rodeo.
Yay!
As early rock and roll itself is a mixture of several African-American styles of music with Western swing and country music, the style that mixed rock and roll with hillbilly music became known as rockabilly, or as Duane calls it, cowpunk. Everybody, welcome Duane Albert of the band Devil's Rodeo.
What's
Hey,
up, man?
Duane.
What's
Nice
up?
to meet you.
All righty.
Hey, Matt. Duane, Matt's going to be staying on the show, hanging out
Yes.
with us for the remainder of the show for all the guests.
Very
So
cool.
He is our paranormal chef, as you know, and he's going to be with us. So I have a few
Cool.
questions for you, and I'm sure
Yes,
Jim
sir.
might have a couple as well. But when we first met over a year ago, you told me how much trouble you had getting booked in Cleveland, right? You told
Yes,
me,
sir.
due to your sound or some of the things you were told. What were you told as to why you weren't getting a lot of gigs at that time?
You know, growing up back in the 80s, when music was a melting pot of, you could go down to the Euclid taverns and everywhere, and Mothers in Kent, and you'd be hearing cowpunk, you'd be hearing rockabilly, you'd be hearing metal, and everybody, there was no prejudice with saying, yeah, I like this, why, just everybody loved music at that time. It didn't matter what you did. Stevie Ray was coming out. I saw Stevie Ray for $3.50 at Peabody's. It was a last minute concert, and so and talked to Jimmy Vaughn. Got a few chords from him when the Thunderbirds come through for $5, but there was so much respect. There was so much art coming out, and what I did was I took all those people that influenced me, just every channel, whether it was Social Distortion to Jimmy Vaughn, early Thunderbirds, to the Tailgaters, to Mason Ruffner and cats like that a lot of people, and Dave Edmonds. We can't, forget Dave Edmonds and Roy Gallagher. So I tried
Rock pile.
I just tried to put everything together to honor that in my music, which hits all that old school value. And, after years of playing here in Cleveland, the 90s come around, doing stuff with Michael Stanley and different people, opening for Johnny Winters, with DT and the Shakes. And it seems like I sat there and I put that CD out, the new one, and I says, man, what I want to talk about is rock and roll. I don't want to get involved in crying about things. I want to talk about going out drinking, smoking weed, driving around in a Cadillac with a girl in the back. Values that Chuck Berry talked about, those traditional lyrics. So it seems like the world has changed eh, eh, with politics, different groups. I don't know if it's social media is a wonderful thing, but things have changed through that. I think and
Sure.
I would start putting. I put out moonshine liquor. Uh, that's on our CD. And I says, this song is killer, was, get you high, it's quicker, and talk about the Appalachians and just rock and roll and this and that. And this was during COVID and then the riots, and we were going through, Black Lives Matter and a lot of things. It was a sad time, for everybody
Sure.
that needed to really somehow pull together, which is very hard to do. Uh, I had a couple things from YouTube, racist, you know, is that a wife beater shirt or something? And then I didn't
Oh,
think
okay. I
nothing
got you.
about it.
Yeah.
And then I went back to some of the clubs. I went back to the Beachland. I sent stuff out. I says, man, I am I am really happy with what I put out. It was like everything that I had built up in me and learned from all the people, and that's about being humble. Talking to Michael Stanley, meeting Roy Gallagher, meeting Jimmy Vaughn, having to be able to be surrounded by that stuff. That's great stuff. And I says, I'm happy with this. I send it out. Well, I'm not really quite sure where I could fit it. What is the Devil's logo? Why, the band is okay. The logo we don't like.
Hey, let me ask you this question. That shirt that you have on right there, what's that shirt
Let's
say?
check that out. Check that out. Check
Hell
that
yeah.
out.
That's an
Loud and
old
local.
Loud and
Yes.
Local shirt, man. I remember giving you that. That's pretty cool. Thank you for wearing that
Yeah.
on the show. That's the old El Diablo. Hey, man, I got a lot of shit for
Just,
that shirt, too. A lot of
you
people
know,
gave me grief over that.
I don't understand. I don't understand. We have to keep the strength together in music, arts, unity, and we can't. When at the end of the day, we're all people, and we can't just be pulled in different directions and this and that and this and that. And when we do these shows for people coming around after all these years and finally coming out with something real cool, mark my words, I'm telling you right now, Devil's Rodeo, Duane Albert will give you a show. And mark my words, I will always do that for everybody.
Well,
I
let me
play to
say
the
this.
people.
Dwayne, let me say this to our listening audience. Of those of you who have not seen Devil's Rodeo play, there is nothing satanic about this band whatsoever. This band brings good old rock and roll, country, twangy, rockabilly music. This guy that's we're talking to right here has an incredible stage presence. This guy moves around the stage quite a bit. This band kicks ass.
It's very entertaining.
We're gonna be working together this summer, aren't we? We're gonna be doing
Oh,
some
it's
shit.
it's great,
The
and
first
I'm
gig
so
was at
proud of you. I'm proud of you guys.
Well, we're proud of you, man. You're delivering it. You're bringing us the music.
Hmm.
Our fans are liking it, right, Jim?
Yeah,
oh yes.
yeah.
People are they're really digging it.
And there's so much old school tradition and music and great moments in Cleveland from the 70s and 80s. And, some of the shows at the Empire, we opened when I was at DT and Shakes, we opened for John Mayhall. And,
Oh, nice.
there's some stories that, I'm sure everybody's got, and there's the Alan Greens and all the people, and we need to bring bring all that back into question, let me tell you something.
There's no
That was
question.
the weirdest thing I had with John Mayhall is I was going to get his autograph, and we're walking down the tunnel, and we just got done, setting our stuff up, and John's bringing his stuff in. So I have a piece of paper in my hand. I figure I'm going to get this guy's autograph. Man, I'm trembling. I'm walking down the hallway with my singer, honest to God's truth. And John just comes up the hallway, and then he looks down at me, and he grabs me around the neck. He slams me against the wall. John Mayhall. And he says, "You know what?" He says, you took our drum. And I'm like, man, this guy's looking at me like he's a kid. It was a snare drum that had fell behind some boxes. And he said, the guy come out and said, hey, but I got his autograph. At the end of the day, he was human. But I love what you're doing, man. Yeah, the show's reaching out to a lot of people, man.
Yeah, me and Jim were talking about that earlier today, how happy we are that Outlaw Radio has caught on, and we're bringing music to a lot of people, and not only playing your music too. So here's my last question for you, Duane, and thank you again for coming on the show. We're going to see you on the 26th, and then we're also going to see you on Jim's birthday show, which is May 17th at Sacred Vortex.
That's right.
Absolutely.
Got to get everybody to come out to that show. So my last question for you is, what do you have, besides doing the two shows that we have going on, what's next for Devil's Rodeo? I know you have music coming out.
Well, what we're doing, matter of fact, yesterday we're in the studio, and we're looking at re-putting out some music to educate some people. We're going to be we're doing some Beat Farmers songs, and we just did Gun Sale at the Church by the Beat Farmers yesterday. We finished it up in the studio as a release.
Lava Room, right?
Yeah, and look to get down to Texas and get into some of the shows out there with the Hickoids and Jesse Hogg, and hit that scene and spread the word out there. And
we have some good connections in Texas for you when you go.
We're gonna go in there like a bull, man. We're gonna ride that Devil's Rodeo, and I came up with that name. Man, every day is like a Devil's Rodeo, man.
Yeah, that's cool. Beer drinking, hell raising, powerful rock and roll. This has been Devil's Rodeo's Duane Albert. Hey, Duane, why don't you introduce your song for us?
This is just a love song that usually happens at most bars. And this is just simple rock and roll. And here, real fast, in the background here, I put here's my Frankenstein. You gotta love Karloff. Yeah, but my influence kind of for this, let's get a little education out there for the fans. The Dead Kennedys. And this album was great. And they were a little bit influenced with this. This song is just a pure love song called Gonna Get Drunk. And we're going to just come right at you, man. Cowpunk Americana, man. Devil's Rodeo.
We're ready.
All right. Well, you heard it
from
Duane Albert from the band Rodeo.
And I did
Rodeo.
Sorry.
And here we go. This is Gonna Get You Drunk by the Devil's Rodeo. Here we go, baby. Duane, you have a great night.
Yes, sir. You too, everybody.
Take care.
Don't give up. Rock and roll rules, man.
Yep.
Rock and roll, baby. Rock and roll.
100%.
Going out drinking, gonna drive all night. Find me a bar, start a fight. Break my nose, get kicked in the teeth. Spit my blood in the bathroom sink. I said I'm gonna get drunk, gonna get drunk, gonna get drunk. Gonna get drunk, gonna get drunk. Heading down the road in my pickup truck. I puked in the back and I'm starting to choke. Smoke my dope till I'm blue in the face. Yet I'm a dirty man, I'm a human disgrace. Gonna get drunk, gonna get drunk. Yeah, gonna get messed up. Oh, yeah, gonna get drunk. Yeah, gonna get drunk. Gonna get drunk, gonna get drunk. Gonna get drunk, gonna get drunk. Loading up my weed, I'm gonna head down south. I think this time I'm gonna really cash out. Going to California, sitting on the beach, pouring me a real tall drink. I said I'm gonna get drunk, gonna get drunk. Yeah, gonna get messed up. Oh, yeah, gonna get drunk. Yeah, gonna get drunk. Gonna get drunk, gonna get drunk. Gonna get drunk, gonna get drunk.
Fuck yeah. Outlaw Radio, baby. Outlaw Radio.
Rocking out the tunes tonight.
Yeah, that was Duane Albert, Gonna Get Drunk.
Gonna get drunk, gonna get drunk.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gonna get drunk. All right. So, obviously, people missed a lot of our stuff in the beginning, Jim.
Yeah, they did. It was a darn shame.
Darn shame. So, we're going to do it again. So, this time we had some practice. So, next week on Outlaw Radio, we have the craziest true crime story with Angelina Green of Rockstar Radio Underground.
Looking forward to that. She's always good to listen to
Sure
and talk
is.
to.
We also have Ben Kyle of the band Oblivia talking about the new album, Immortal, a bunch of great music, awesome paranormal segment about Monster Quest. Remember the TV show, Matt?
Yeah.
Okay, so they were on a quest for finding monsters. We're going to do modern-day monsters, like Epstein Island. Epstein, he's a monster.
Yeah.
But we're not going to do him, but we're going to talk about crocodiles, saltwater crocodiles. I believe it was Ramree Island during World War II with the Japanese. Great story. And then Matt is going to tell us the story of the USS Indianapolis. And I'll get this wrong, but I'm going to say when 400 men went into the water and only like 35 got out.
Exactly.
Right? It was a swarm. And we're going to tell that story. That'll be Matt's story will be about the USS Indianapolis, and mine will be Ramree Island. And that'll be our paranormal segment. So I'm excited about that. And we have killer music on that show.
I get to listen to all this.
Yes, you
for
do.
free.
And you're going to talk about Ukraine.
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah, a little bit of the history.
The history goes way, way back to before Empire days and Rome and stuff like that. What it was then. Before it was anything.
Maybe not quite that far back, but
we're going to go back to prehistoric days.
Yes, with the dinosaurs and everything.
Dinosaurs roaming Ukraine. Okay, we also have some very cool stuff happening. We're super busy right now, maybe too busy. But last week we had a guest on the show that didn't make the show, and his name is Darren Ironside. He's from the band Midnight Whiskey Massacre. He lives in England in the countryside, and he fell asleep waiting for the show. Our show starts at 2 a.m. for them, so he works super early in the morning, and he missed the show. We're going to try to get him on the show, maybe when we're at Boutique, Jim.
That sounds like a good idea. It's too bad it didn't work out, but we'll fit you in there, dude.
But he definitely does deserve it. Let me turn you up a little bit in the mix here. The other thing I want to say about Midnight Whiskey Massacre, they have a brand new song out called Rocking Chair, and he also has a new album coming out. He did a full album. People don't do albums anymore, but he did a full album. Isn't that cool?
They need to bring that back, though.
I agree. And we also need to bring back the album.
Yes.
CDs, A-sides, and B-sides.
Exactly.
I hate Spotify. I mean, I know it's a necessary tool in today's social media day and age of everything modern, but it takes everything away from the...
I got a phonograph here that's not being used, you know?
Remember holding that CD in your hand and opening up the booklet and looking at the artwork? Or do you remember Queen's Fat Bottom Girls? You'd open up the inside of the album, it was all these naked girls riding bicycles.
Yes.
Those are
anything is Queen. Anything is Queen. Even their Flash Gordon album.
Yeah, that's funny.
That was awesome.
So Midnight Whiskey Massacre's album comes out tomorrow. Ironically, it's called Satan's Grin. That was not planned. That just randomly happened. Okay. Now,
just part of the show.
Sound again. I have weird sounds in my microphone, Jim. Our show is haunted tonight. I'm just going to go with that.
I don't know what the story is, but...
Yeah, it's really crazy.
You guys need to get the sage.
Yeah, we're going to sage the house. On August 8th, the Paul Austin Band takes the stage at the Whiskey A Go-Go. Outlaw Radio will be there on the live broadcast. We will not be in the building. We'll be here in Cleveland live broadcasting to the Whiskey Go-Go to hear Paul Austin go up on stage for the first time in the United States.
Cool.
So they're from the Great Britain, right?
Yeah,
England.
UK. England. Yes, they are.
They were a good interview.
Yeah, he's very cool, very informative about the scene in the United Kingdom. And for anybody that missed it, nobody plays in the United Kingdom anymore.
It could be, the scene could be better there. It was kind of depressing, actually. It sounded like there's like 500 venues and there's 10,000 bands, so there's tons of competition there.
Yeah, for sure. And, yeah, the bunch of cover bands, and they're competing with the likes of, like, John Corabi and Vanilla Fudge and bands like that are doing their tours, you know, and they're trying to compete with that, and you can't. So... Well, what they have is that they can go from different countries. They could just hop from country to country. We can go from state to state, but they can go country to country.
Sounds like they need to.
But I'll say this to you guys out there. You guys should be super lucky you live in the United States. We have opportunities that those guys in the United Kingdom and many other countries don't have. So you should be super lucky with the opportunities that we have.
And you got to be careful about the topics that you talk about.
Yeah.
You'll get. Didn't they say they were banned from some countries or something like that?
There's certain countries that they cannot play in that the United Kingdom won't allow them to play. I don't know. United Kingdom
a political kind of thing, I imagine. But
we have our own issues in the United States. They have their own problems too. So, also happening on April 6th is Avoid Dead from Chicago. They did an album all based on the zombie apocalypse. We're going to play 3 songs in a row of them telling the story of their zombie apocalypse and how that happened. And that's going to be super cool. We're going to D.C. in August.
Yes.
We're going to interview a band called Circle of Narrow.
I've never been there.
Yeah, they sing about the Nephilim, Matt.
The what?
Nephilim.
Do they? Cool.
Yeah, you know, the Nephilim, the cast out...
The giants.
The offspring of the cast out angels.
Of the angels and the
Satan was cast out of heaven, and then
the angels and normal women.
Yeah, angels and normal women had sex, and those children
they had
were
the giants, the Nephilim,
and they were giants.
Yeah,
they were like 16 feet tall.
I got to hear this.
I think we discussed it.
We already said that a couple
we did, yes.
couple weeks back.
We'll have to do it again because there. I know what's happening in the gym, right? He's never followed this paranormal stuff, so
No.
paranormal stuff is just coming down on him like torpedoes, like
Yeah. Tactical nuke.
tactical nuke incoming, Jim. So
Yes.
we talk all the time, and he'll be like, "Oh, it's just so much information," and I agree.
I cannot take it all in, to tell you the truth.
That's what she
It
I need to study.
it takes a while, Jim. It takes a while, and you don't want to go down all through those rabbit holes either.
Right. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna play a song, and when we come back, we will be bringing on My Cleveland Project, and I have a couple really cool things to go along
Awesome.
with that. Okay. So I want to play this new song. Comes to us from Stadler. This song is called "Too Far Gone."
I don't know what she's gonna do. Time before she's broke my heart in two. Unaware of what was going on, she just sang me that same old song. Don't wanna see you anymore. Too late, we're too far gone. Guess it's time to be the fool again. But this time I'm the one that wins. She said to me it's all a big mistake. I didn't know I was on the tape. You're no good, you made me lose my mind. Seeing you with all those other guys. Turn my back, don't want you no more. Been this place so many times before. Don't wanna see you anymore. It's too late, we're
Well, what do you think of that one,
Oh, yeah,
Jeff?
what do you think? Hi, this is Jeff James.
And this is Mr. Moonlight.
And you're listening to Outlaw Radio.
Yes, you are.
You like that little ending at the very end? Yeah, how it ends out and then comes back in? Wasn't that kind of cool?
That was cool, but I talked over it, and I do apologize for that one.
You missed it. Damn it, Jim.
I know.
All right, so we have something very special, guys.
Yes, we
are
do.
Part 2 of our interview with My Cleveland Project.
Oh, can't wait.
And let me bring them all in.
Yes.
Here we go. Guys, see us? Can you hear us?
No.
Hey, everybody's-
You can't hear us, huh?
We can't hear you.
Oh man, I think his house is haunted now with Mr. Crowley.
I think so too.
Here, talk to the elephant in the room.
The elephant. I forgot about the elephant
Yes,
in the
we
room.
have
That's
the elephant in
fantastic.
the room.
Yeah, I think maybe your ghost may have followed us back. I don't know.
Good.
But
Good.
you can have her back, though. I just want to let you know.
No.
I never got to meet her.
You guys got a ghost?
Yeah.
Yeah, they do.
For real?
Yeah.
Awesome.
Hey, if you go on their website, and Dave, can you tell us the website so he can go on it and see the pictures?
myclevelandproject.com.
Cool.
Go on there and look up the photos and look at the vocal booth, the window. It's kind of like a misty type thing, and you could see something.
Awesome.
We'll do a little.
Today, was it?
Is she friendly?
Well, I'll tell you this, and you tell me because you're an expert. Mike and I were doing some guitar tracks. What was it? 2 days ago?
Something like that, yeah.
And we're sitting there, we're playing. All of a sudden, the board switched to automatic. Micah?
Automation mode.
Automation mode.
All by itself.
All by itself.
No, that shouldn't happen. I hate it
No.
when things like that happen.
So I'm going like, that never happened. So
Baby, she's telling you something.
Well, Micah was playing guitar, so yeah, probably he's just trying. She probably wanted to be sweet on him. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Come
Yes.
on, with me, baby.
Yeah. Hey, man.
Yeah.
But that was weird. We had to try to figure out how to undo it.
Yeah, I hear that a lot of electronics around spirits because of the frequencies go crazy, and that's what I think
Yep.
happened to us tonight.
EVPs. Microphones go dead. TV cameras go dead. Telephones, everything. They suck up the energy to come through the portholes.
Yeah, for sure.
Let's listen to our equipment when Micah was recording this guitar track.
And they do.
Doing that Jeff and Jim were working on with us the other day.
Yeah, I want to hear about the progress on that, and when we could come back to your studio.
Jim's excited about that.
Mike, go ahead, zoom in.
Yeah, I can't wait.
It's a little heavier now.
Is it?
A little more modern. I think it's going in a good direction that I think you guys are going to really like.
All right,
We got
cool.
the
I can't
drums
wait.
down. We got the guitars down.
Yep.
Rush just did his bass track while we're waiting for you. Mike did it. Go ahead, Mike. What'd you?
Oh.
I did a little keyboard part for a bridge there, and
Renee didn't do anything,
she didn't.
and Gary didn't do anything. They
Oh.
were just like talking and drinking coffee and drinking.
Window dressing.
All right, well, this is perfect for my first question. Then, so when we visited you in the studio, we noticed that you had a few projects going on because you played this stuff we were doing, and then you had another little project going. Typically, how many are in the back burner on your guys' stuff? Because you work with a bunch of musicians, right?
That's a good question. We have I would say we have probably 3 that are close to being done. But we probably have about 6 or 7 in the hopper, if that makes any sense.
Oh, it does, definitely.
They're just ideas that were splashed around.
Oh, cool.
Are they recorded or anything? Like you guys record bits of parts of pieces of songs?
Well, I can tell you, one of the songs, Micah, the one that you heard that we're working on next, Micah sent that one. He's the main writer on that one, and well, you heard it. It sounds great, but he puts. Well, go ahead, Micah. You know.
I try and do as much
Shut the fuck up, Dave.
production and
Where's my sign?
put as much polish on as I can before I send it to the guys, just so they have an idea of what I'm going for this next one.
Oh, very cool.
The song that we did, you guys were talking about adding maybe a middle part or something like that. Did you end
I
up?
did that today.
Right.
Oh, you did.
bridge.
What chord does it go to?
It actually goes to G to A.
Does it? Okay. All right. G
And
to
then that
A.
resolves into B.
Okay.
What was it before? Was it E to G?
It was Q.
It
A
was
Q? Perfect.
Shut the fuck up, Dave.
Perfect.
A and B and E and E. B and E. We'll see where
I'm just gonna hide.
Yeah. Hey, Dave. Last time we were there, we did the Tink's Love of Her Life. We're gonna take a look at that video, but
Oh yeah.
can you tell us that story that you told us about when Mika joined your project, and then he was like, "My mom sings." That little story you told us.
Right. Well, Micah was dating John McLaughlin's, the one guy you met, one of the keyboard players, daughter at the time. So Johnny told me about Micah, and I'm saying, okay. You know, once again, you know, this is somebody I know. You know, I want him to listen, play guitar. I said, okay, he's good. So then Micah's, I don't know, what did you do 1 or 2 songs with us?
Yeah.
We went through 1 or 2 songs and building a report, and then he goes, "Hey Dave, my mommy can sing."
Did he say mommy? Was it mommy?
That's what he told me.
Okay.
I'm not lying.
Mommy!
Mama.
Mommy sings. So I'm going.
Mama.
I think I turned white, didn't I?
It was a while ago.
I'm going like, oh my God, his mom sings. Here we go. So as soon as Micah left, I called Johnny and go, "What's the story with Micah's mom now?" You know what I mean? And Johnny goes, "No, she sings good. She does this." And so we brought her down, and she goes, "Well, you know, I'm still learning. And she nailed it, man.
Yeah, Micah's mom has got it going on. Micah's mom has got it going on. Come on, guys.
So Micah was with you guys first, and then Micah brought in his mom. Is that how that worked?
Yeah, he introduced his mommy to the guys,
Right.
and they were blown away by her.
Well, I was too. The singing's pretty good, Renee.
We
That's
were
for
not
sure.
expecting her vocals to be like that.
Are you still have a boyfriend, or are you married? We're still trying to move in on you. It's just, you know.
Oh, wow.
Just kidding.
Yeah.
It was that commercial.
So yeah, I am married. However, there is another love of my life
In the band.
in the band. Yes.
Okay, and that's your son.
Yes. The moment my eyes were upon that little face 24 years ago,
Oh my gosh.
I was in love with him.
All right, well, I have something to share with everybody, so check this out. It's been so much fun.
Hey guys, it's Outlaw Radio. What are you doing here?
Hey, girl, what's up?
Hey, mind if I sit down?
No problem. All right, so what I'm talking about, rock and roll, man.
All right, guys.
Great.
Settle down. I'm in love.
Oh, come on.
I am.
Told me to do
Not another girl that's in love with someone in the band. What's it, the drummer? Bass player?
Nah.
I knew it. The guitar player.
really good singing. Excellent.
Pretty cool, huh?
Yeah.
That was a lot of fun. And
Yeah, it
yes, she's in love with Micah, her son.
Okay, well.
So we're
The
all
killer
out of
guitar,
love.
the guitar slinger, right? I saw when he left the other night, he actually did the twirl and then put it in his pocket.
Pulled his hair.
Yeah. There you go. And Renee, I give you one too. All right. And this is for the whole band. There you go.
How about one for infinity so you never have to do it again?
Oh, good one, Jim.
Wah, wah. I'm such a bitch.
Yeah.
Way to go.
Okay, he's not feeling well, so I understand.
I have a little cough.
He has a little chest
little
cold going
code.
on. He's like, "Oh, Jeff, I'm not feeling
Yeah,
well."
we actually brought Gary in here, and he helps us a lot with the videos on our website. He's a master at all that stuff, and he's also a major musician. And what are you, orchestra guy? What is that you call yourself?
Compose.
He composes all kinds of songs and cool stuff.
Yeah, basically, I'm Sigmund 66 of Agnosticon and Agnosticon Music. We started off as a dark wave band in Los Angeles. A couple of years ago, about 4 or 5 years ago now, and started making music for other people. And then we got to Los Angeles. My wife is a vocalist, Rebecca. Her name's Beck Lyon. And together we formed Agnosticon, and we started doing videos for our own music just out of necessity. Worked with the Door Brothers from Germany, who are basically the godfathers of AI generation and have been mentioned in Forbes magazine several times this last month, and just did a video for Snoop Dogg. So they're really on the top of their game right now, and just have tried to impress the people, the peers that I have learned from. So it kind of keeps us at the next level.
Well, you impressed us.
Well, you give us an opportunity to really kind of do things that a lot of artists aren't really interested in exploring, some of the more creative elements.
Hey, you do a great job.
Well, thank you.
He did that Thursday night.
We've done several videos.
Yeah,
that's excellent. Yeah, I like that a lot.
The Thursday night video.
And then you did Am I Just a Fool? All the
Am I Just a
cartooning.
Fool? We also did one a long time ago when AI was just kind of starting.
What was that one?
Oh goodness, it was the fairy tale one.
What was it?
The one, the girl in the flowers.
Yeah, the girl in the flowers.
Yeah.
What was the name of that song?
I don't know. He had a really creepy concept. He wanted to do something about a stalker, and I really wasn't into that. So I had to come up with something I had to get really creative, and it was probably the most challenging video I've ever had to do with an artist. Plus, I was using AI on a budget, which is just a double negative when you're doing AI. You kind of need an unlimited budget, because if not, you're limited with what you get.
Right.
And we were able to do some interesting things with that. So I tried to make it like a moving Monet painting, since it had such a kind of creepy thing. And then at the end, we gave it a little twist.
Oh, that's cool.
Storybook ending, like it was a fairy tale. So we
cool.
kind of took a creepy ass story and tried to make something kind of fun and special with it.
Yeah. You guys will have to check it out. It's on our website.
Yeah, Dave's
Monet's cool.
You guys are so innovative. You're always working. You're always coming up with new music. The music rocks, doesn't it, Jim?
Oh, yes, it does.
The music videos are really cool. It's super cool to meet you and hear about that. All right, so my last question is, I know what's going on with your band. You got so much stuff going on. And what should Cleveland expect from My Cleveland Project just this spring? What do you have coming out in the spring? You got to tell us everything.
Good question.
Why are you guys looking at me? You told me to shut up. You said don't talk anymore. Well, we have a bunch of new songs we're working on. We're bringing in more talent, just like you guys. Actually, on that song, which I think we're gonna call it My World.
Yeah.
You guys like the name of that one? Because since you're part of it, My Cleveland Project.
Sure. Yeah.
My World.
Yeah, you know, Axl Rose had a song called My World.
Right.
Oh, did he?
Yeah. It's rap, though. It was awful.
Well, we could call it My World then.
Yeah.
Yeah, why not?
I'm cool with that. I like it.
Yeah, we'll just call it My World. And Axel could come on over. But as you know, because you were here, you saw all the people on the wall, you know, REO Speedwagon, Daz Band, all these people come and visit us and hang with us. So I think we're just going to do more recording.
Yeah, we've all met each other through one another.
Yeah.
Well,
you were with us with REO Speedwagon. Yeah.
My parents my in-laws are his neighbors.
Right.
And I've been in music forever, and from Los Angeles, we moved from Los Angeles
Right.
to here,
Right.
and met you,
Right.
doing music, and then you're doing music, and then we've met everybody, and then the kids across the street are a band called Free Drew, and they won Battle of the Bands in Cleveland like 2 years ago. It's like we have these weird connections with all these people that are really trying to push their lane and trying to do new things, and you know, are reaching some moniker of success. It'd be nice to kind of do that too.
Right. Well, and like getting back to your question, I think we're just going to keep recording for right now. We have a lot of interest in for us to do live shows, a lot of interest to do this, a lot of interest, but I think we're not ready for that yet. I mean, I know Micah is, but we're just not ready for that, because that is a hell of a commitment.
Well, Micah, that's why you start a side project.
Well, you know, I'm in that.
Their own side projects.
Everybody has side
We
projects.
don't. Well, you know what? Did you secure that date in August for the Joe Davis band?
We're very close. We already we went over the details. I accepted the door policy that they do pre-sale.
Okay.
And I'm just waiting on getting a date. And once we get a date, we'll set it. And yeah, man, I'm already working on Jim's tour. So he's got a little tour, and then Outlaw Radio is going to be doing stuff in different states as we make our way down south and then come back up.
Right. And
But
I'll meet you down south.
Yeah, that'd be fantastic. I already told Angelina that I wanted to get the Joe Davis Band on that show, and I told Jim earlier that we were talking about it, and that's when I told him that you're the drummer in the Joe Davis Band.
Right.
Really good track there. Nice drums.
Thanks.
Yeah, that was Brink of Destruction I played tonight in the beginning. I'm sure you heard it. You heard that, but you didn't hear.
No,
hear
we
us
actually
talking.
we weren't listening to your show. We were laying down tracks to that song of My
Oh,
World.
that's right. That's
we were
right.
in there playing bass, and Micah was doing some guitar stuff. Mike was doing some key. We're trying to get that bridge right.
Well, we kicked off with Brink of Destruction, and then that's when I told Jim that you played drums on that.
Yeah,
so, it is badass. And the other song that you sent me by them, I'm going to play that, I think, next week. I can't remember the name of it. I was borderline which one I was going to play today.
Yeah. That's a good song too. We did that recording on that song. What the heck is the name of it? I always forget the name of it. But actually, that was one and only take on that song. We were in the studio with Joe and the guys, and I just clicked it off because we didn't know where we wanted to set the tempo. I clicked that song off, and that was one take. What you hear on that is one take.
Not bad.
Cool. Yeah, that was really good.
Who does anything in one take?
We did, and we go
Wow.
and I go, okay, guys, let's up the tempo, try to set it. And the engineer goes, guys, you really need to listen to this because this is spot on. That was one take.
Hey, sometimes that happens.
Yeah, it took us an hour to do the song, and that was it.
That's really cool.
I like when you guys were here and we did 10. I mean, just for 1 minute. But having you guys here was so much fun.
It was.
It was so much fun. Jim, Jeff, we got to commend you for coming down and signing the wall because you did play and you did sing. It was amazing having you here. We had such a great time meeting you, and we hope we got to do that again.
Oh, yes. Just let us know when our time is due to come in and do our parts.
I would think about a couple more weeks, right?
Okay.
Hopefully by next Sunday, we should have most of all our parts done. And then we'll send it to you. So Jim, you can get an idea. I kind of liked your bluesy riff to the metal riff. So
yes.
we made it a little bit more metal, I would say, right, Micah?
Yeah.
And so we're trying to give it more of a metal hit. And we kind of all talked about it. You said, well, should we use them or not? What do you guys think? And they all loved you.
Oh, well.
That's good.
I don't know if I could go more metal, but I'll try.
No, we don't want you to.
Oh, okay.
I think we want to have you keep what your bluesy style that you did, and I think we're trying to weave that through the song.
Oh, okay.
But it would be cool if you dressed metal. Could you do that just for that?
Just a dress.
Dress that way.
Get up there.
Get some Aussie on you, man.
Yeah, some leather pants and maybe go shirtless, just your chest out.
Oh no, I can't do that, guys.
We'll negotiate.
I can't do with this, and no, that's not gonna.
And Jeff, I have to apologize to you. I did not get any photos of you in the vocal booth singing.
I did notice that.
It wasn't intentional,
No, it's all good. We'll do it next time when it counts.
Yeah, just remind me to take a picture of you.
And the ghost will be in there with you, so you'll be all set.
Yeah, I was thinking to myself, I'm gonna be like, Jim, here, take the camera for a minute and get some video with me talking to the band too. I always notice that, like, and it happens all the time when we go out. I'm like doing photos of everybody, and then at the end of the night, I'm like, I didn't take a photo with anyone.
Right.
The hardest thing for me to do is I introduce songs to them, but because I'm a piano player, it sounds like the Carpenters.
Oh,
so they throw that out the door right away.
It's horrible.
I can't do that anymore. But
that's funny.
Yeah.
All right, so we are gonna play a brand new song. You guys probably put this out a little while ago, but it's brand new for us. And I want you guys to introduce it. But while you're introducing it, I really love this song. And I want to say that first and foremost. And who is the guy singing?
Oh, that's Walt.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I don't know
singer.
him.
The guy from L.A. we were talking to?
No, Walt. He's not here. He was singing with what band is he? He's now singing with Bigfoot.
Yeah, Bigfoot.
And he was singing with Mike. What was that band that Walt and Manda were singing in? With the horn section and us, the East Lake horn section, and I don't know, but
Pieces of Eight.
not Pieces of Eight.
They
But
had-
anyways,
they had like 15
Walt,
of them in that band.
he's pretty good. He's a great guy, good ball buster and stuff like that. But he's singing with Bigfoot right now, and they put on a really good show.
Oh, very cool. I really liked his vocal style.
Yeah.
I loved it. And
Oh yeah.
yeah, I don't know. It was edgy rock and roll, borderline. I don't know, metal kind of, but not metal. I don't know how to describe it, but I really, really liked it, and the message was really, really good.
Thanks. Yeah, we try, as you guys know, and you'll see the when you come back, you'll see how the song involves, because you guys didn't hear the song. None of these guys heard the song. I just kind of wrote that in the morning before you guys got here, or the day before, and then they all put their stuff, and you'll see how it all morphs into this cool shit.
And completely different from what you originally thought.
Yeah, everybody puts their thoughts in. Everybody puts their in. Nobody dogs anybody or anything like that. We just work together, and the song morphs into just like the song you're going to play. Mike had brought it down to us, and we sat it down here. And when he came back, and we had other parts, and he was like, "You were shocked, weren't you?" Like, holy shit!
Well, Jim has not heard this, and I'm excited to play it.
I'm looking forward to it.
Guys, it was great talking to you again. Thank you so much. We're excited about coming back out to the studio and doing that collab for real, and then bringing you back on the show and playing it.
Cool.
So it's going to be a lot of fun. So go ahead and introduce the song, and let's roll.
Go ahead, Mike.
Hi, this is Micah from My Cleveland Project, and you're about to listen to the Moon and Back.
All right. To the Moon.
Nice to meet you guys.
My Cleveland Project.
Thanks, guys.
Guys,
I'll see you guys soon, guys.
See ya. Good luck with your girlfriend, Micah.
Thank you.
Have a good one, guys.
Thanks.
The evil inside of me has chained me to these walls. I tried to break free, but I can't seem to at all. The strings are hardened, and now a part of me. Evil has taken its hold, and I can't get free. Life I was given been full of tears and pain. Evil's made its mark on me throughout the years. But I'm not saying I brought this all upon myself. I'm so weary. Someone reach out to me. Sun upon my desperate face, I know I'll make it to live another day. You whispered words of wisdom carried through the night. Evil burns deep inside. It's an endless fight. Left a hard, lonely life. The twists and turns of fate wouldn't set me free. When you reached out
My Cleveland Project, To the Moon and Back.
That was a good song.
Fantastic, right?
A lot of stuff going on. To the Moon and Back.
Yeah, I really like the vocals in that song. I like the message quite a bit. I thought it was fantastic. And I want to thank My Cleveland Project again for coming on the show and being part of everything. You guys
Great
rock.
conversation, guys.
Yeah, it was great. They always have so much to say, and we keep the segment short so that every time we bring them on, we always have something brand new to talk about. Isn't that great?
That is. It certainly is.
Yep.
So excellent. So
I like the guitar in that song.
Yeah, really good. I like that whole song. I think
Yeah.
it's really
Lyrics are
well-produced.
awesome, too.
Yeah, super well produced. The lyrics are great. The singing is really strong. All the musicianship is really good. Don't you agree, Jim?
I do agree.
Yeah, those guys are a lot of fun and a lot of fun to be around. And the elephant in the room is really great, too. I forgot about that.
I guess they're working on like 6, 7 songs right now, so they're busy.
Yeah, they're super busy.
If you can't do that and go out and play all the time, it's hard to do both. So, and I like to just stay in the studio and do my writing and do my recording and play a few gigs. That's about it.
Yeah, I think I've had my time playing live. I just want to record, too. I would rather just work on stuff, and hopefully I'll get back to it. But it's cool seeing you putting your songs out and everybody putting songs out. It's very cool and a lot of fun to be in Cleveland right now. Great time to be alive.
Yeah.
Yes, it is.
It's a great time. So we do have some stuff I have to get to, and then we're going to do the Shenane.
Uh-oh.
But I want to release the lineup for the boutique run. I'm sorry. It's called the Boutique Borough Run 420 Shakedown. Okay. And then April 24th is the kickoff for it. We're going to actually go 1 to 2 p.m. with Outlaw Radio. We're not going to go 12 to 2. We don't want to do 2 hours every single day. So we're going to do an hour. But kicking off the show is a friend of ours. His name is Sanam Sain. He does this like looped transcendental music with a Pink Floyd vibe to it.
Oh, that sounds cool.
He plays some Pink Floyd stuff like Comfortably Numb, but the background is like congas and rain sticks and all this like weird trippy music. It's super cool. And he'll be kicking it off at 2 o'clock. We also have Eric Paul, Jim Bellinger, Doug Nichols, Matt J. Chase, and Kim J. We have one spot open. We're hoping Rob Johnson fills that spot. Also, then on Friday, we have Jim Bellinger kicking it off again, the Let It Burn Band, and Birdo's Telemore Few, and hopefully a jam session after that. That'd be cool, right?
Tell me what time, what day I should be down there.
I don't know. I think either Friday or Saturday. So let me tell you who's playing Saturday. We're going to light it up again with Jim kicking it off. We're going to do Duane Alberts, Devil's Rodeo. Oblivia is going to play. And then finishing out the night is Conspiracy 216.
Oh, cool. I'll be down Saturday.
Saturday is the day to be there. And I also got a message the other day from a friend of mine. And he wrote me and asked me if they have concessions down there, like trailers and stuff with food. And he told me that he's going to be hitting up the boutique. So he's got a food truck.
Oh,
cool.
He does.
And I think they're going to have a lot of vendors on site. So it's very cool. And it's in the country, man. We have a great idea for a light show. A country light show. It's gonna be
Awesome.
kinda cool. We talked about it. But yeah, that's what we have going on at the boutique.
Bring some
And,
green lasers so we can point them at the drones and UFOs.
Hey, we should bring drones and just fly them around and freak people out. There's your drone.
Yeah.
All right, so recently, Big Chuck passed away. He was the leader of Big Chuck and Little John, and Jim's going to tell you a little bit about the history of Big Chuck. And let me just set this up for you. Okay, Jim? I have something cool to put up.
You do.
I just need to find it. You could go ahead, though.
Well, everybody loved Big Chuck and Little John that I remember, and I was one of them. Big Chuck, his name is Charles Mitchell Stadowski. He was born June 28th, 1934, and he died just a little while back on January 19th, 2025. I guess he was about 90 years old. Little John was John Rinaldi. He was born January 19th, 1946, and I think his current age is around 79. So it's really strange, but Charles Shadowski, died on John Rinaldi's birthday.
Yeah, that's crazy.
So that was wonderful. Big Chuck started with WJW Channel 8 in 1961, first as a technician and then as a sidekick for Ghilardi. Ghilardi, of course, was Ernie Anderson and a co-host alongside Bob Wells, who was Houlihan.
Wow.
Big Chuck and Little John were co-hosts of a late-night show over TV station Channel 8 from 1979 to 2007.
That's a long run.
It really was, yeah. They opened the show playing Here We Go Again by Ray Charles and another song called Catch As Catch Can, and that's by Burt Bacharach. I don't remember that song, I guess. And, they closed the show playing Is That All There Is by Peggy Lee. I definitely remember that. That was really kind of neat. You have the attitude there with their music. It really helped a lot. In addition to hosting a movie with a live audience, they also performed sketch comedy routines.
They sure did. They had some great ones. Remember Man, Woman, Infinity.
Yeah.
That was
And crazy.
Yeah, they opened up every show with that, I guess.
Yeah, that was Ben Crazy.
Is that when they had the laugh too after that too?
Yep.
Still makes me laugh.
Yeah, it does. It's fantastic.
Sure does,
And,
Jim.
it actually goes on for a few more seconds.
Okay. At the end of each sketch was a very distinctive laugh, of course, and you heard that. But that laugh was voiced by Jay Lawrence, who was a disc jockey for KWK during the early 1960s. So Jay had a pretty good laugh there, didn't he?
Yeah, he sure did.
So on September 10th, 2011, WJW began airing a weekly half-hour program called Big Chuck and Little John, featuring classic shows, skits along with new skits. In 1961, while with WKW-TV, he was asked to do production for Ernie Anderson, the comedian, and Tim Conway. When Tim Conway left the show, Ernie Anderson started to host the Ghilardi Show, and Big Chuck became involved in the show and contributed a blend of blues and polka music to help define the show. I remember that too. In addition, he was brought in the song Papa Uma Ma, Papa Uma Ma, Papa Hu. That song, that drove my mom crazy. She couldn't take it. Using it with an image of an old man gurning. And by the way, gurning means to like snarl like a dog, to look savage, the making of a grotesque faces. Do you remember that? Do you remember that part? I don't know if I remember that guy.
No, I don't remember that.
Gurning.
We'll be doing that to you all the time now.
Maybe he was gurning after hearing that laugh so much.
Yeah, that was good.
But I think it's a good laugh, so gurn all you want.
Yeah, that started off their talent show too.
Yeah, it did. The
Yeah.
laugh? The laugh?
No,
bit?
the Gurney guy.
Oh, okay.
Oh, you remember that guy?
Yes, I do.
You do? I
Yep.
probably do if I saw it. Okay, continuing. Big Chuck also was a sidekick in comedy skits and had the idea of spoofing the Peyton Place show, calling it Parma Place. I remember that.
I remember that too.
They played
That was
heavily
hilarious.
to ethnic stereotypes in the Cleveland suburb. When Anderson left the show in 1966, Big Chuck agreed to help Bob Wells, Houlihan, the weatherman. They became Houlihan and the Big Chuck Show, which started on December 23rd, 1966. Wow. In addition to screening horror shows and films, they started filming comedy skits. So then, after Bob Wells left the show in 1979, John Rinaldi, a jeweler by trade, took over as a co-host. John Rinaldi had also been on the show, appearing in many skits. They used many skits from the Houlihan and Big Chuck show and their oldies night episodes. I actually worked for Progressive for a while, and I worked with this one guy, and he said he was cousins with John Rinaldi, and he had a few stories to tell about John Rinaldi, but that's for another show. For many years, the show ran from 11:30, which was right after the news, on Saturdays. In 1966, the show was moved to Saturdays at midnight following Mad TV. I remember that.
Yeah, I remember that too.
The show settled in its final starting time of 12:30 a.m. on Saturdays and Sunday mornings. I rarely saw those. I was probably asleep or something. Big Chuck and Little John hosted a companion Couch Potato Theater, airing from 10 a.m. to noon on Saturday mornings. Does anybody remember Couch Potato Theater?
Yeah.
Matt, do you remember
It was
that?
on for very small, limited time.
You know, it featured the Three Stooges, the shorts, the movies, cartoons, and skit shows. In December of 2006, Big Chuck announced he would retire in June 2007. The last Big Chuck and Little John show was in the afternoon on June 16th, 2007, and finally the next day in early morning. So that was a sad early morning, being the last one. The show then started up again in 2011 on WJW on Saturdays. And finally, on 2021, the show was retitled The Best of Big Chuck and Little John. So there you have it.
Excellent, Jim.
Icon in the city. And
Yep.
I'm sure his show was shown all over the country. So it's not just Cleveland that Big Chuck and Little John knows.
Good job. And one more time for the listening audience.
That was great.
Yeah.
Yes.
That was a great time, right? And we all grew, all
Yep.
three of us grew up on that, didn't we?
Yep.
Yeah, excellent. Yeah, I remember Big Chuck. I watched some of the Sunday shows, and I don't know if you guys remember this, and this is really giving it away on how old we are, but do you remember on Saturday night when you would watch the last showing, and then they would do the national anthem, or God
Yeah.
Bless America, whatever it was? I think it was the national anthem, and then the TV would just turn off. Like, it would just go to that one screen, that black and white screen. Like,
Yeah.
we'll be back. Do you guys remember that?
Yeah.
After their show you're talking about, I know it. I remember that happening all the time back then.
Yeah,
Yes.
because there was
That was
no
the way
more.
it was.
Yeah, there was no more TV on after like 12:30 or 1 o'clock. That was it.
Done.
What
It
would
was
people
done.
do now? What would people do back then?
Today they would lose their mind.
Yeah, they would.
Yep.
Like if Netflix just turned off at 1 o'clock, like everything just turned off.
It's like taking a phone away from somebody now. They'd
Yeah.
be lost.
Yeah, they wouldn't know what to do.
Turn on the
All right.
radio.
So yeah, thank you so much, Jim. Great job on the
Good job.
shenanigans.
Hey,
as
you're
always.
welcome. You're welcome. We're going to
Very
do some.
informative about something in Cleveland.
Wanted to do something fun. Next week it'll be about Ukraine and Russia.
It
a
won't
little
be as
history. Kyiv. Boy, it's complicated over there. That's for sure.
It
Yeah,
is.
I can't wait to hear about all the complications. But we're going to go back into the music because we got a lot of music to play yet. I'm playing something brand new for you, okay? This is The Rising Fall, and I want to tell you where these guys are from. They are from Chicago. Rising Fall. This song is called Breaking the Chains.
They put us in the corner with no proof and no compromise, counting on our disorder. Kept us down, now watch us rise. Are you ready to breathe the fire? Say you'll lose
the rising and fall would break the chains. Hell yeah, what do you think of that?
No, that was pretty cool.
Pretty cool.
That was
Yes, definitely.
That's the new promo that Angelina Green put together. She is on the show today. She did come in and she listened to the My Cleveland Project interview, and she was a part of it today, Jim. I just didn't point it out during the interviews, but we had many, many guests, and we thank you so much, Cleveland. Thank you, everybody, for supporting Outlaw Radio.
We do.
yeah, definitely. Thank you guys. Thank you for letting me be part of the whole thing too.
Hell yeah, Matt. And we can't wait for you to be part of us when we're at the boutique.
I go be
in
down.
Wilmington. All right, so we're coming to the end of the show, but I do want to go over our schedule because it's, I think, pretty impressive.
Yes, it is. Got some good guests coming up. Local Clevelanders that know a lot what's happening, part of the scene, and they'll let you know what is happening.
Yeah, besides all the great music, I'm not going to go through all the bands that are playing. I'm just going to give you a synopsis of the show and what we're doing with the paranormal segment. So next week, Angelina Green of Rockstar Radio Underground on Live 365, our boss, will be joining us, telling her very bizarre true crime story that is going to blow people's minds. Okay?
I'm all ears.
We also have Ben Kyle from the band Oblivia, and we'll be doing the modern-day Monster Quest with the Paranormal Chef. On the 23rd, we're bringing on Dave Kovac from Sacred Vortex, and we'll be talking about Anton LaVey, which ought to be another crazy show, and hopefully our electronics work and we don't have weird frequencies knocking shit out. Which was bizarre.
I'll be burning sage all day.
Yeah, I think I'm going to wear my cross that day. The 30th brings us the last show of the month, which will bring us the Real Men's Health Summit. We're going to be talking about enhancements. We have the interview with a band called Love Sick Drug, and then we're going to interview Jim Bellinger.
Ooh, who's that guy?
That is going to be a lot of fun. Mr. Moonlight is going to be on the spot. And we might play the asshole game.
I don't know if we're going to do that.
I know so much about him now that, oh boy, it's on. So anyway, then April rolls around. On the 6th, we bring back Gregory Nicholas doing a full paranormal show, everything paranormal, even the music included. We'll be talking aliens, Antarctica, and dreams. And we also have the band Still in Darkness will be joining us too.
Awesome, Antarctica.
Yep. On the 13th, we will be doing the Cleveland Rock Show. We'll be bringing on Rod Stibbs, and we'll bring on Sully, playing nothing but Cleveland rock and roll, and talking about the beginning of the rock and roll scene, more in the 70s era.
That's Rob Stibberg. You know,
Yes.
is his full name, but he's known as Stibbs.
And then Sully, who I also use as
Sully.
AKA.
Yes.
Okay.
The sax man.
The sax man will be joining us.
He's much more than just a sax man, too.
He's
Totally
a
cool guy.
Very cool guy. On the 20th brings us Matt J. Chase. We'll be doing the Outlaw Country Show. On that show, we'll have the Paranormal Chef. We'll be talking about psychedelic drug experiments, especially during the military, during Vietnam.
Yep.
There's some really cool stuff. So we'll be talking about that. The 24th through the 26th brings us out to Boutique. We'll be out there from 1 to 2 p.m., broadcasting live before the music starts. Matt has already said he'll be joining us on Saturday, so he'll be down there. We're just going to be playing a few tunes, mostly just talking to people and getting the vibe of the city. Sunday brings us back on the 27th. We're doing, we have on the show Stephen M. Walters, promotional guru. Mark S. Berry from AMG Sony.
Yes.
And then brings us Dan Portick, marketing director with BVS Film Studios. On May 4th, Alan Fayer joins us from World's End. We also have Trashman Dean from the Let It Burn Band, Joe Davis from the Joe Davis Band, and we're going to be talking about the book 411 Cryptids.
That's going to be a great show. I could just tell.
I know that's going to be a banger. On the 11th, we're going to have Witch Rune as our guest. We also have Mickey Baby as our guest, and a very cool guest, and you're going to love this one, Matt. Local Haunts Dark Echoes Paranormal Show with Stacy and Matt will be joining us.
Awesome.
That'll be super cool. On the 18th, we have Marty Schleckman. We also have Josh Donato as our special guests, and that'll be a day that we bring up our UFO updates on everything that's UFO related. We haven't had any disclosure or any updates for a minute.
Nothing.
It's been very quiet.
It's super quiet, scary quiet.
It's scary quiet. They're quiet on everything. They're quiet on the Epstein stuff. They're quiet on the UFO stuff. JFK.
I
Martin
think
Luther.
I think the undergovernment got to him.
I don't think any of that stuff's coming. I told Jim I don't think the UFO stuff's coming out.
No.
I don't think they're going to do it.
No.
I think what's going to happen is they're just going to show up one day and they're going to have a lot of explaining to do. Lucy.
Yeah, Lucy, I'm home.
You have a lot of explaining to do.
Yes.
Okay, and then the 25th, we're going to be bringing My Cleveland Project back on. That is the day that we're going to be playing the release of our collaboration. Obviously, we'll probably have the collaboration for a month or so prior to that show, but we're going to sit on it and build up the hype on it because it's going to be a lot of fun. So we're going to release that song that day. My Cleveland Project, like I said, will be on that show. Also on that show is Anthony Gonzalez from the band Four Locos. And we're going to try, Matt, you have to try to go to Helltown.
Definitely.
Our story that day will be about Helltown. And I just watched a documentary last night about Helltown, about the military that I didn't know about.
Yeah, there's some funky stuff in that area.
Funky stuff going down in the city.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So that's our schedule, and that's what we got going on. I apologize about the beginning of the show. I blame Mr. Crowley and Anton LaVey for screwing up our system.
For sure.
It was definitely weird and paranormal, and some of the weird sounds, ambient stuff I was hearing in my headphones and stuff during the show was weird. And some of that stuff I can explain, some I can't really explain to you, Jim. I don't know where it came from.
Well, I can't help you on that one either.
But it was definitely weird. So I want to thank everybody out there for tuning in to Outlaw Radio. It's been a great time, Jim.
Oh, it's been a great time, yes.
And so it's been a lot of fun. I want to welcome back the Paranormal Chef. And
thank you, guys.
And thank you so much for coming on and talking Crowley. I know you probably didn't want to do it after you watched about 5 minutes of his videos.
Oh, hell yeah. Good boy.
Yeah, so it was very odd, but yeah. We have Anton LaVey coming.
I'm gonna go find the closest church and bathe in holy water.
Yeah. Maybe we should spray ourselves off with a Zenify.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
It works on molecular levels. All right, Cleveland, this has been another Outlaw Radio production brought to you by Zenify.com, Wild Cucumber LLC, Rockstar Radio Underground, and our new sponsor, the Boutique Smoke Shop in Wellington.
Yeah.
All right, so we will see you guys next week. We love you, Cleveland. Stay sleazy. And we got 2 more songs to play, and we're going to play them right in a row for you. And I'm going to show you
guys.
A whole bunch of pictures. Thank you so much, Matt, for coming out.
Yep.
We love you, buddy. I hope you have a better week this week, and we will see you next week, man. And you have the USS Indianapolis, so let's bring it.
I will.
Let's scare the shit out of people that go on cruises.
Exactly. That's the plan.
Hey, before we go, did you see that the lead singer from Faster Pussycat, his fiance, fell off the cruise ship?
Ooh.
Yeah, she fell into the water, and that was it. She's been
just
pronounced
You
dead.
you
Yeah,
you
just
think
recently.
you think it was fair play or
I
foul
don't
play?
know. All I know is she went into the water on the cruise ship, and then nobody ever comes back from that.
No,
No,
they don't.
they never.
And also, I'll point this out too before we go. They were showing a video of throwing food overboard on the cruise ship, and they wanted to show how fast fish swarm to anything that hits the water. And these big fish, man, were just on it right away. So you know that as soon as she hit the water,
She was gone.
She was gone. Those fish took her.
Yep.
Those
My dad
fish
always
took her.
told me about the stories on board ship.
Yeah.
They
Well,
actually
you
had
remember-
fish and sharks follow them.
Yeah, in World War II, if you fell off the ship and they were sailing to D-Day, they didn't stop to bring you back
No.
on the ship. That was it. You're done for. They're not sending you a life raft or anything. You're either gonna drown or the sharks are gonna take you.
It's not like
I'd
they
rather
give
drown.
everybody a life jacket, you know.
No, they're not gonna throw you anything. They're not gonna help you. Not especially in World War II. But yeah, Tommy Downs is the name of the singer. He's from the band Faster Pussycat. They had that hit song in the 80s where it was like, pussy, 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 pussycat. Remember it was Cat House or something like that?
Do not remember that one,
Yeah.
thank God.
They were actually not a bad band.
Oh.
They were like a blues rock band. They just got lumped in this like 80s hair metal crap. And it
Yeah.
just ruined them. But they still tour and they still play, and they did that 80s cruise, and Tommy Downs' girlfriend fell off or was pushed off, or whatever happened to her, I don't know. But she's gone.
That's really sad.
Yeah.
On that
Yeah.
note, on that happy note,
On that happy note, good night, all. Good evening, and don't forget
again,
to
Jim.
don't forget to swim some.
There you go.
I
Yes.
said I wouldn't do that, and I did it.
You did it anyway. You're like a bad girlfriend.
That's what she said.
All right.
Said you wouldn't do that.
Holy shit. It always gets good at the end, doesn't it? Yeah. All right, so this has been Outlaw Radio. We're playing for you PCD 555, and that's from the band from France. And then we're going to follow that up with Avoid Dead. They are from Spokane, Washington. And we're going to lead out the show. All right, guys? This has been Outlaw Radio. You guys have a great night. You stay classy, Cleveland.
Mr. Moonlight here. And that's Jeff.
There we go. PCD 555 from France. I'm Jeff. That's Mr. Moonlight. And we're out of here.
I was born like an hurricane. Middle of nowhere, stop my rain. I can feel it, wanna play the game. But for sure, you will not ashamed. The heart of tempest, the solid bloody rain.
unleash a godlike life. Not trapped, here comes a brand new right smack between the eyes. Fight to be the last one standing. Born to be the smoking, shooting, tactic fire. You cannot bring me down. I will not die tonight. You cannot bring me down. I will avoid the fight. They approach, intent on adding more. I'ma have to fight for life. Many strong, we're gonna win this or the whole world burns tonight. Let's fight to be the last one standing. Born to be the smoking, shooting, bring desire. You cannot bring me down. I will not die tonight. You cannot bring me down. I will avoid death and I'll fight. Same outcome, there's nothing left to do but fight to be the last one standing. Born to be the last human screaming, something's up. You cannot bring me down. I will not die tonight. You cannot bring me down.